To install the Auto Damp Track add-on, go to Edit, Preferences, down to Add-ons, click the down arrow, and click Install from Disk. Navigate to where you have downloaded the zip file, double-click to install. Make sure that it is enabled. To make sure that it's installed, go into Pose Mode, and you will see the side panel labeled ADT. To use the Auto Damp Track modifier, make sure you have an armature with at least 2 bones. Select your armature, then go into Pose Mode. Select your 2 bones, and you will find the Auto Damp Track add-on side panel labeled ADT. You will see a few options which we will go into later. For now, press Auto Damp Track. You see that control bones were added for each original bone, with target bones parented to the control bones, as well as bone modifier damp track targeted to the newly created target bone. To use the Add Multiple Piston function, select first your armature, go into Pose Mode, select your 2 bones, and then set the number of pistons you wish to add. There is no minimum or maximum, but for example, I will set it to 5, and then click Add Multiple Pistons. This did the same as the Auto Damp Track function, where it created a control bone for each original bone, as well as target bones, and the damp track modifier for each original bone, as well as adding a piston bone set in the original value box here. Each piston also has a damp track modifier with a copy transform modifier with the influence dynamically set according to the number of pistons. If the original bones which you wish to apply a function to are already parented to another bone, the function will still work. First, select your armature, go into Pose Mode. You need to confirm that the parent is not labeled as connected, because if it is connected, it will not work properly. So it can be parented, as you see here, but not connected. Select your 2 bones and select either function you wish. As you see, the function worked fine, did not create control bones, as the original bone's parents was used as your control. If you still wish to add new control bones, you will have to, from the beginning, have checked Force New Control Bones. Select your 2 bones again and click Auto Damp Track. You'll see that the original parents of your original bones have had their children removed, and the new control bones are the new parents to your bones. If the bones you wish to apply the functions to are either not aligned, or one of them has a parent and the other one doesn't, the function will still work as intended. First, select your armature, go into Pose Mode, and select your 2 bones. Then pick a function. As you see, it still worked as intended. But for the bone that already had a parent, it did not add a new control bone, but used the existing parented bone as its control bone. And for the bone that did not have a parent, it added a new control bone. After applying either one of the functions, the transformation is not only applied in Pose Mode, but if you go into Edit Mode, you will see it is also applied to the rest position. You can change this by, before applying the function, to uncheck Apply Bone Modifiers to Rest Position. So now if I apply the same modifier, it did not apply to the rest position. You will have the ability to customize the suffixes for the newly created bones. Select your armature, go into Pose Mode, select your 2 bones, and click Add Multiple Pistons. As you see, the values from these boxes are applied as a suffix to the newly created bones. If you wish to have different values, simply change these values here. Our only restrictions are that no two values can be the same, that your control value cannot be the same as your target, or your piston value cannot be the same as your other values, and that the piston suffix must contain a hashtag for the operation to understand where to number your bones. So now reselect your two bones and click Add Multiple Pistons. As you see, the suffixes took the value that I just updated and applied them to the newly created bones.